evolution.
Yes.
So which one? Because there are different types of evolution. There's micro, so which one you talking about?
Macroevolution is not a thing that happens.
So which one you
Okay,
believe in?
the way you build a house is one piece at a time. Houses are not built, the entire house all of a sudden appears. That's not possible. Nobody thinks that that's possible. Nobody thinks that a dog can give birth to a cat. No evolutionary biologist thinks that. But people who criticize the idea accuse us of thinking that something like that can happen. It doesn't happen. So I agree that these micro mutations or microevolutions happen, but here's the problem. Do the micro mutations go away?
I want to ask, have you seen any species or anything changing from a different kind to a different kind? Have you seen that?
No, but that's also not the point. So I only need to ask you like 3 questions here. Do you agree that the microevolutions or micromutations, they don't go away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, if this generation gives birth and now there are all these offspring from them, they've all got these like micro mutations, right? They changed a little bit. And those changes don't go away. The same thing's going to happen the next generation. And then it's going to happen again. But they're different changes every time. Now, once there have been thousands or millions or even billions of times where that's happened, then are you really going to say that the ones here are the same thing as the ones from a very distant time ago when all those changes have been accumulating?
Okay, let me answer that. That's not evolution then. If you say that, then that's not.
That is evolution.
Because wait.
No.
If
That
you say,
is evolution.
Let me answer.
Well,
If
it
you say
is
it's
evolution.
Can I talk?
I suppose.
But then why are you stopping me?
Well,
when you're talking of evolution, you're talking of evolving, right? Evolving.
yeah,
You agree?
changing over
So
time.
have you seen anything? No, wait. Have you seen anything evolving for something different? For instance,
No, because you
there are
can't
people
see
who
that
always-
happen, but it happens.
So how do you know it happens if you can't see it? You're saying to me that you can't see it. So why are you claiming then that it does happen if you can't see it?
Because it's the most rational explanation based on logic and evidence. Have you ever... Okay, do you agree
Bro,
that...
wait. Right there. You said something. You said it's logical. How can it be illogical if you can't see it? That's
Because
not
you
logic.
agree... Dude, you can't see all kinds of things that you agree exist.
So don't make a claim about it if you say that. That's faith then. That's faith. That's
What?
faith.
Okay, I don't know
That's
what I
faith.
don't know what you're talking about, but we're gonna do an analogy real quick. Do you agree that a very long time ago, the language you and I are speaking and all of the other modern day languages didn't exist? Do you agree?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so a very 5,000 years ago, nobody spoke any of the modern day languages that are spoken. But the languages definitely changed slowly over time and became these languages today. Nobody ever has seen, nor will they ever see a brand new language all of a sudden appear. But you don't doubt that by very small incremental changes, completely different languages can evolve organically. I make the same assertion for life based on the micromutation thing that you brought up and that I explained and that you'd agreed with earlier. So just because we can't see something happen doesn't therefore mean it can't be true. That's totally absurd.
So you're applying faith, in other words.
No, it is not faith. It is based on evidence.
What is it? You said to me you can't see it. So which evidence you talking about, bro? You're contradicting yourself.
The fact that, no, I'm not. The fact that organisms have characteristics and traits that are determined by DNA and the DNA changes over time. We know that that's true. So has the DNA So the idea that the DNA in organisms changes greatly over a huge number of generations is scientifically supported. Also, we have a very robust fossil record that clearly shows that at one point in Earth's history, none of the modern day organisms existed, completely different ones existed. But where do organisms come from? Well, organisms reproduce and create the next living organisms, right? So in other words, the living organisms of today are the descendants of different organisms from the past. That's very clear.
Okay, let me ask you this. You understand that part of science is to be observed. Part of science, it should be observed, right? You agree with me? That is science.
Yes.
So who was there? Who was there billion years ago to say this earth is billion years ago, whatever years ago? Who was there? Because that's observable.
Nobody.
So how can
Do you
make
agree
a claim
that
it's
dinosaurs
billion-
existed?
No, wait. You asked me before you answer me. I want you to answer
I
me.
have
So
given you an
if it's
answer.
observable, okay, wait. If it is observable, who was there to observe it some billion years ago?
Nobody, but that's not the point. Something doesn't have to
True.
be
So that's not
scientifically
science.
supported. Look, something doesn't have to be scientifically supported. Or sorry, let me say it again. A person does not have to see something happen in order for the thing to be scientifically supported.
So it's not science.
Yes, it is science.
How can it be science if it can't be observed? History has to have observers.
Okay,
So you can't make such a big
look,
wait, bro.
fisherman.
You can't make such a big claim to say that
Yes, you
billion
can.
years are billion, but you are not there.
That's totally
That's fake.
doesn't matter. Fisherman, if
That
a
is
tree
fake, bro.
stop. If a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound?
You're making an example about tree. This is totally different than what you're talking
If a
about.
tree falls down in a forest and nobody's around to hear it, does it make a sound?
It's obvious.
It's obvious what?
that it doesn't.
Did you okay, say that again. It does or does not?
Okay, repeat your question.
If a tree falls down in a forest and nobody's around to hear it, does it make a sound?
That's I don't understand your question.
Yes, you do.
If a
You are
tree-
just refusing to answer it because you know exactly
No,
what's
I wanna
about to
answer-
happen.
no,
If a tree
no.
falls down in a forest and nobody's around to hear it, does it make a sound?
It does.
Yes, but you weren't there, were you?
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Correct. But you still gave an answer that most closely approximates to what we would say does happen, right? Because we know that all trees that have ever fallen and there's been a person there around always made a sound, right? So you don't have to have an observer to make a confident claim about something that happened. So you just agreed that that's the case because you said yes to that question.
So you're saying that
if you want to be consistent, apply it with these other things too. Don't go around saying it's not science if a person isn't there seeing it.
it's faith. I still stand for that. But let me say this. In other words,
So
based on
you
this statement
contradict
you
your
made-
own beliefs.
Wait. Based on the statement you're saying like now, you are saying that what we see tells us about what we don't see, right?
Yes, because otherwise,
Okay.
how are we going to
So-
say anything about things that we didn't see happen?
Okay, when you see a painter, it tells you about, when you see a painting, it tells you about a painter. When you see creation, it tells you about a creator.
What creation did you ever see happen?
Creation,
What creation?
this is all part of creation.
I've never tell me one thing you ever saw being created.
I wasn't there. I apply faith.
So you didn't see it there. And faith,
So you didn't see
thank
it
you.
too.
Faith is the belief in something absent of any evidence.
What's the evidence of billion years?
The justification for
No.
faith, the justification for a faith-based belief is the belief itself, nothing else.
And you believe in evolution, right?
Yeah, because of the evidence,
So that's
the
belief. I
overwhelming
use the word
evidence.
believe. Look at
Because it's
you.
a
I ask you a
science,
question.
it's an evidence-based belief.
Wait,
You can have
wait.
beliefs that are not based on evidence. You can have beliefs that are based on evidence.
Okay,
Faith
wait.
is
Answer
without
this question.
evidence.
Wait, I asked you a question. I said, do you believe in evolution? You said yes. That's faith.
Yeah.
Believing has to do with faith. So you have faith.
No,
It's
it
not
does
science.
not. Okay.
What is it then?
Okay. Do you believe that this is a Velcro strap?
I don't know its name.
Oh, okay. So, sorry. Do you believe this is a marker?
I know it is a marker
Do you
because that's
believe
what we
it?
were told.
Do you believe it?
Yeah. No, I don't believe it. I know.
You know it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, sorry. Hold on. Let me get that off of there. Your definition of know and belief is radically different than mine.
What is belief? What is knowing then?
Why don't you tell me? Because I don't understand what yours is.
Believing is when you are not there. Sometimes you don't have evidence. In fact, you don't have evidence. You were told you are not there. For instance, I'm going to make an example with this evolution you're talking about. You're going to end the Big Bang. You talk about something exploded, but now it doesn't even make sense because 1 + 1 is 1, 0 + 0 is 0. So if you say it's scientific, then somebody must be there and observe it. So if there was nobody, then you apply
That's not
faith
true. You
because there's nothing.
agreed. Okay.
You,
Can I ask you a question? What would you call, when I asked you about the tree falling down, what would you call your statement, it does make a sound? Would you call that, I know it would make a sound, or are you saying you believe it would make a sound?
I have seen a tree making sounds, so obviously it does make sound. Have you seen evolution before?
For crying out
So that
loud,
you know
you
what
just
it's like.
contradicted yourself again. You're telling me that a
I
tree
didn't.
falling down that you don't observe yourself, you are claiming you know that it makes a sound even though you weren't there. But you're claiming
Okay.
that has to be belief. So you completely contradicted yourself again.
Let me answer that. Let me answer that. I'm saying to you, if I wasn't there and the tree, something like it fell, I know that trees, when they fall, they make sound. I have seen a tree falling and it makes sound. So
Yep.
based on what I've seen, I know that it actually did that. That's what tree
No,
do.
you
Have you
believe
seen,
it
wait,
does, and you have
wait.
evidence to back up that belief.
True,
And that's how
true.
science works.
Okay, yes, true. So now, so you also believe the same. You also believe, right?
My scientific beliefs are not faith-based beliefs. They are scientific beliefs, which means they are
There's
based in
no
evidence.
evidence. You did say that to me. You said you can't observe it. But why are you saying now it's science? What is science then? Check the definition of science.
I literally
And check the
cannot believe you
definition
did
of
this
faith.
again. You claim that you know trees that you don't see fall down make sounds. That is a
Faith.
scientifically backed up belief, not faith.
Yeah.
And now you're telling me that scientific ideas about evolution cannot be our faith because I wasn't there to see them. You
Yes.
you are totally contradicting yourself over and over again.
Let me try to slowly repeat myself. Maybe you are choosing not to understand. I will see if you are choosing not to understand
I
or
am
whatever. Let me
understanding
try.
perfectly well.
Wait. Let me explain to you. You talk about a tree that has fallen. You said, does it make sound? I mean, you said something like, can you repeat that? I want to go with what you said.
If a tree
When I was
falls
in the,
down in the forest, but nobody's
yeah,
around to hear it, does it make a
yeah.
sound?
Okay, yeah. You said that, and I said to you, yes, it does make sound. And it's different with regarding evolution
No,
because
it's
with
not.
trees,
Because you're
wait,
saying
man,
observing it is the
wait.
number one thing that
Can you just
that
can you just
no,
can
because
you
you're
let me
going to
finish?
contradict yourself. You are claiming
Let me contradict
observation
myself,
is
then listen to me
necessary to
contradict
say
myself.
whether or not something is true, but it's not necessary for you to make the claim about if the tree makes the sound. You are being logically inconsistent because what's happening is when it comes to something that you're not emotionally attached to, a tree falling down, you are perfectly capable of rationalizing the most or coming up with the most rational answer. But when it comes to evolution, which is something you are emotionally invested against, you can't be logically consistent.
Let me make it simple to you. Do you believe in evolution?
Yes, because of the evidence, which
What
is
is
why you
belief?
believe trees make a sound when they fall down because of the evidence.
Yes. Do you have evidence of seeing evolution? You said to me you can't see it. Did you say
And
that
you
or you
didn't
didn't?
see the tree
No,
fall
wait.
down.
Answer the question, bro. Answer the question. Did you say that or you didn't?
Did you see the tree fall down?
You're not answering me.
Yes, I am. Did you see the tree fall
Okay.
down?
So you didn't see that. I have seen trees, so I know
I'm
what
asking
happens when
if
trees
you
fall down.
saw the
You have.
tree fall down.
I didn't see that one, but I know how trees fall. The sound they
Exactly.
make. That's
Exactly.
faith
I,
based on
I'm flat.
evidence.
I'm flabbergasted. I would say I'm speechless, but I am saying words. But
You're contradicting
I am
yourself. The
completely
issue here, the
flabbergasted
issue
by
here.
this, and
Listen,
I
bro.
have
The
no idea
issue,
how you.
the issue here. You don't understand what is faith, because you keep saying, "I believe in evolution." That is faith. When you say
No,
you
it's
believe, you keep saying,
not. And we've gone over how
"What
it's
is to
not.
believe?" If okay, wait. If I say I believe in God, what am I saying?
That's a faith-based belief.
Exactly. So you are saying you believe in evolution. What's the difference between me saying I believe and you saying you believe? The
Evolution
same
isn't
word,
a
believe.
supernatural thing that occurs
Don't use the
outside of this universe. It's something that occurs
don't
in
use
this universe.
don't use the word don't use the word believe. Then use another word. Please tell me a different way, because that
Oh
means
my
faith.
god,
Once you say
dude.
you believe, that's faith. You're
Look,
just you're
I'm
just
trying to
refusing
be
to
nice
accept that
here.
there is faith. Okay, fine.
That's
Wait.
not
Okay,
faith.
let's go
Can
to
you
the
tell
Big
me
Bang.
what we just have different definitions of faith, but if you ask me, faith is when you believe in something without any evidence.
Yes. So you said you believe in evolution.
Yeah, there's evidence.
Then what is faith then?
I just told you, it's when you believe in something when there
Okay,
is no evidence.
bro, this is so simple, man. The key
And
word
you
here is
still don't
belief.
get, and yet you don't get
If
it.
you go, wait, just check the word there. If you are in front of the computer, check the word belief or faith and tell me what it means. And then tell me what you are saying it's wrong or it's right, that you believe in evolution. What is belief? Check the word belief. What
Okay,
is to believe?
yeah. Can you tell me a source that you would trust so
I
I
think
can
you
use a
speak, I
source?
think
So,
you speak
okay, dude,
better.
I'm asking you
English
a
is your
question.
language.
I'm going to look up the definition of faith, but I want to hear from you what a source you would trust is so that you can't just go,
Whichever.
well, where'd you
You
hear
can
that,
go whichever.
CNN?
You can go whichever. You can go whichever.
Okay.
You speak English, bro. I expect you to understand this. It's not
Okay.
my mother tongue, but you seem to be struggling with the word belief.
No, I'm not.
But you're using it and you're denying it at the same time.
Oh, for crying out loud. What do you want first? A definition for belief or a definition for faith?
Whichever. I said whichever.
We'll go in alphabetical order. So there's two definitions for belief, okay?
Okay.
An acceptance that a statement is true or that something exists. Now, what's important is what is the reason that you believe? Because if there's evidence, then that's a reason. But what if there is no evidence for a belief that you have? That is a faith-based belief.
So belief always must have evidence.
No, a faith-based belief doesn't have evidence.
This is so confusing. This is so confusing. Because I want you are struggling to say you believe in evolution without saying you believe in evolution. Let's just get over this. Okay, let me go to another one. It's fine. Let's just get over this because you clearly don't want to accept it. And I'm showing you act as if like you are showing me something and keep saying you believe in evolution. But I say that's faith. You say no. Fine, let's go to Big Bang. I want to ask you this question. You believe in Big Bang, right?
Yes. And so do
Okay.
you.
What explode? What explode? I don't believe in it. What exploded?
Yes, you do.
What exploded?
What you're asking me is not part of the Big Bang Theory.
Okay. What happened with the Big Bang? Let me ask it like that.
Okay. Do you believe that the universe is
You are
expanding?
asking me. You are asking me. I'm asking you a question. You're asking me. Answer my question, then you can ask me. What happened? What is Big Bang?
It is the fact that the universe expands.
Expand.
Yes.
Okay. Where does that come from?
What do you mean where does it come from? The universe is
The
expanding.
expansion.
There
The
are
expansion.
no wheres
Okay.
apart from the universe.
So it has always been there.
Well, no, it began at a certain point in time, but what happened
When?
before that, I don't know.
When? When?
When? A little less than
Mhm.
14 billion years ago?
Okay. How do you know that it's less than a billion years ago?
The
How did you
evidence?
come to that conclusion? Which
Physicists,
how? How?
professional physicists have
Don't
analyzed the evidence.
which one? What did they take to analyze?
They look at the rate at which, so, like, do you really not know?
You don't have to ask me. You have to answer me, then you can ask me.
Okay, yeah, but the problem is,
Isn't
um,
isn't it isn't it Big Bang is it's like something exploded and then
no,
what is it then?
it's
Because
the
that's what most
it's
people
the
have dealt with.
idea
That's
that the
what they say.
universe expands.
Where does it come from?
Nobody knows. The Big Bang never tried to
Oh,
answer
so there are
that
things that you
question.
guys don't know. This is when God comes in then. That's when God
Yeah, it's
comes
called
in.
God of the Gaps. I
Because
agree. Do you
not
know,
gap, no,
Fisherman, do
no.
you know where I am?
I know where you are.
Do you know where
I
I
don't know
am?
where you are. I
Do
don't
you
know
know
where you
where I
are.
came from?
You came from God. You did.
I wasn't there, but I'm pretty sure my parents uh, had sex and then I was born.
Yes, but you came from God. Humanity came from God.
Fisherman, I have a question.
Yes.
Goodbye.